All right, guys. So I wanted to give a quick update. I hit just over 2 months from setting this watch to the second perfectly, and it is almost exactly 1 full second minus after 2 months. So it has an advertised accuracy of 10 seconds plus or minus a year, but in reality, what I've gotten is 6 seconds minus a year. Crazy, fucking ridiculous accuracy. Obviously, I threw it on this aftermarket strap, which I absolutely love. And the biggest feature, one, I get complimented on this watch more regularly than any other watch. But two, like aesthetically. But two, um, the loom on this watch is absolutely gorgeous, just absolutely ridiculous. The other day I went and saw, not Superman, the Fantastic Four with my dad and brother, and just from the light, like natural light, like I didn't like throw a flashlight on it or anything, just from the light of walking like around and then being in the car and then going into the movie theater, the loom stayed super bright all the way through the movie until we left. So it became kind of fun for me just to keep checking and be like, oh, is the loom still strong enough to read? Not only did it stay strong enough to read for those few hours that we were in the dark, it was like bright enough that I could look down, like with my wrist on the seat, look down and still notably make out the shade of blue that it was. So just absolutely fantastic, just an absolute user. I also dropped it really fucking hard onto concrete accidentally. It's a long story. But long story short, all that happened, weirdly enough, was no marks or anything, but the minute hand kind of jumped forward a slight bit. So I was kind of worried that it came loose. But what had actually happened was it just got knocked forward a bit. Couldn't really explain why. I haven't had that happen on a watch before. So I tested it just to see if it was loose. Nothing was loose whatsoever, and it was still keeping absolute immaculate time. So I just set the minute back to where it should be and went from there. So the time was even still accurate, but the minute hand itself went from, instead of like when it hit the minute being exactly on the minute mark, to when it hit the minute, it kind of went to like a minute 15 mark, if that makes sense. It just jumped forward a slight bit. So all that I did was reset it back to the minute on the minute, and it's been totally fine. So no worse for wear whatsoever, despite me literally essentially chucking it downwards onto the concrete accidentally. So fantastic watch. This is just an update. This is not a review. I've only had it for 2 months, so it's obviously not long enough for a proper review. But just so far, it's been an absolute fantastic user. I've swam with it. I've thrown it. I've, smacked it against walls, smacked it against doorways. It's just fucking phenomenal so far, exceeding all of my expectations. And before I forget, remember, none of this matters if you do not know Jesus Christ. He's the creator of the universe, the one true God. He knows you. He knows everything about you, everything you've ever done in your entire life, and he loves you.